Live from the Rush Point Studios, it's the Pat and Brian Show.
It is the Pat and Brian Show. It is another evening, another Tuesday evening. And unfortunately, I got things kind of messed. Well, I didn't, but I'm going to be going to work part-time for a company. And need to find the volume. Should be on the top
sure.
there. It's on the top there. Anyway. To find it, go the other way.
Well, just hold on.
There's always something.
Just hold on.
There. I think I found it.
All right, good.
Into this thing. See, I knew I should have checked this out before we started.
Yeah.
And
That's
no,
fine.
it's a hell of a picture I've got here. Oh, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Get back here.
Okay. Yeah. Look at that ugly mug on the viewer.
All righty. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
But anyway, we were discussing something before. Oh, by the way, good evening, folks.
Yeah, good evening.
Damn it, there you go again.
There's the Tucker. Oops, man.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get this thing to get me a shot of Tucker. There's the Tucker cam right there. All right.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. So anyway, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Tuesday evening. So we didn't have a show last week, thinking that I was going to be going to class, and the class got scheduled for next week. And so we won't be doing the show on Tuesday of next week. So I'm sorry. But
he thinks he's sorry, but it's the same old, same old.
Yeah. So anyway. So we've been talking off the air tonight about a lot of different things that are on our minds, and we were kind of talking about it's going to be a political show tonight, I guess, because we're going to be talking a little bit of politics. No, well, you don't want to do that thing that we were talking about off the air.
Well, we can talk about it if you want. Might make some people happy.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know a whole lot about politics per se.
Me either.
But
I just
anyway,
think we're paying too many taxes.
Oh, I know that. Tax for everything. You want to hear something really stupid? We're paying a $15 tax per year to live in a mobile home park. You know what that is for?
No.
It's called a relocation fee.
Why don't you say that to begin with? We're paying a relocation fee.
Yeah.
Tax.
Yeah, and you do every year because
for what? Where does it go? Where does that money go? Where does it sit? Is it collecting interest? Are they using it?
I'm sure that money's gone someplace, and I'm sure it's not.
Well, it's not in our pocket.
No, it's in the government's pocket.
Oh no. See, wrong.
No, that's true.
No,
doesn't go to.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Prove me wrong.
I've already checked into it.
Oh, you have?
Goes into the state. Yep.
Goes into the state.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm paying into the state and I have to relocate for medical reasons, a disaster, or
doesn't have anything to do with it. It's only if we say if the park suffers a flood or some sort of natural disaster, that we can't live here anymore and they have to relocate us, then the money is to be used for that.
Okay, so meanwhile, the money sits in their pocket or in the bank somewhere and they're collecting interest on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like getting a surplus of money used for absolutely nothing but lining somebody else's pocket.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm pretty sure that it's not sitting in the bank someplace. I'm pretty sure that it has been spent already, or it's been being used for something other than what it's supposed to be used for. It's like the Minnesota lottery. When they first came out with that, it was supposed to be used for education and roads. That was the only things, those two things that were supposed to be used.
Lottery is supposed to be used for?
Yep.
What's it used for now? Nothing.
Everything else but.
Prove it. What improvements have they done with that money?
Yeah, they haven't.
When a ticket costs you $10, $20,
Yeah.
and you got 5,000 people or more
Hmm.
buying tickets,
Right.
where does that money go?
Yeah.
Can they prove to me what they're using it for?
Probably.
If
not.
I go to public records
Mhm.
or anything that has public records
Yeah.
of what the money is used for, are they going to
Mhm.
show me something? Well, yeah, we're using it for this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Okay, but prove to me
Mhm.
that you've done something with it. Well, we've spent it on this. Prove to me that you did.
Yeah.
Show me what it is you spent it on.
Mm.
Oh, I can say, well, I just spent $10,000 on a new car.
Right.
Where's the new car?
I know, and the whole thing is there's no way for us to actually gain the information on how it's being used. Really, I mean, it's basically swept under the rug, kind of like the whole Minnesota flag thing was. I mean, a lot of people didn't know that they were even thinking about making a new flag until
I didn't know about it until I saw it on the news.
Yeah, and it's like, really, did we need a new flag?
No.
And if you take a close look at the flag, it's got one Native American on it, I think on a horse. And I guess that's objectionable to the Native Americans. And I'd like to know
Why?
Why is it? Because
If
really,
people are willing to show respect for Native Americans
yeah,
on a flag, why is Native Americans or natives anywhere being offended by it?
yeah, it's kind of like the Washington Redskins football team.
Yeah.
Well, you've got, so now they're what, the Washington Commanders, which is stupid. But
Okay.
but you have the Cleveland Indians baseball team. You got the Kansas City Chiefs.
Orioles. You got Orioles too.
Orioles is a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never associated that with a Native American.
Well, that may be true, but you got these bird lovers who say, "Oh no, you can't do that."
Well, yeah, it might offend the bird.
Yeah. How's
Yeah.
it going to offend a bird?
Yeah. So,
But on the other aspect of it, offending people by having their nationality on a flag.
Yeah.
I'm an American. I got an American flag out there. It offends me.
yeah,
Isn't that the same thing?
yeah, kind of. It's like if it offends you, then move. I'm not keeping you here. So
Yeah, but if they go to another country, another state, or what have you, and they get offended by that, where are they going to move to?
why do people come from other countries to the U.S. to begin with? Do you know why?
Because it's considered the melting pot of the world.
Well, it's considered a free place to live. I mean,
It ain't free.
no, it's not free, but I mean, freedom of speech. You got
Where?
that. Whereas, well, let me finish. You got freedom of speech because a lot of places, like other countries, I can't quote, but I think a lot of Middle Eastern countries don't give you that opportunity. They'd rather kill you or cut off something, with your tongue or whatever it might be.
No, they cut off your hands if you're a thief.
Well, yeah, that's
They cut off your feet if you
Right.
try to escape prison.
well. I kind of feel the same way as what we should do here too. It makes things a little bit more hard for the criminals to redo things again. To go out and serve your time.
You want to make it hard for criminals is one real good way to do it.
Okay.
The people that doing the crime against should have the opportunity to be put in a room with them.
Yeah.
And let them do whatever the hell they want for 5 minutes.
Okay. But that's
And
not
then
all-
after that,
Yeah.
put them in prison.
right.
Better yet, they want to kill people. They want to do certain things.
Mhm.
Put them in the military. Put them on the front line.
Yeah.
Let them show. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
let them show their respect
Mhm.
for the country they live in.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they can't because they're idiots and they're just. Oh, it's got to be mine.
Yeah.
Because I don't have it.
Mhm.
Okay, your turn.
Well, a lot of that stuff going around. But I know that like women in other countries don't have even close to the liberties that they have in the U.S. A lot of women are considered property in other countries,
True.
which I think is just terrible. I mean, I wouldn't want my wife to be my property. I mean, I married her because I love her and I worship the ground she walks on. I Well, yeah, yes.
So she owns you.
no, she doesn't own me, but
She's
it's-
got you in her back pocket, wrapped around her
No,
little finger.
No. But my whole point of this is that you're talking about the freedom of liberty here,
Freedom of liberty
in the
Okay.
U.S. You've got a lot more opportunities. That's why.
But yet I've got a president that says he doesn't work for me.
Well, yeah, you got that. I mean, and you're going to have that from now until kingdom come.
Mhm.
I mean, you are, and that's just the way it is. A lot, back when the country was founded, the president did his best to ensure things were right for the people of this country. But now we've got so many different people in the country that are trying to, I mean, oh my gosh, taking history away, statues down, and that kind of thing. We don't need that kind of stuff. I mean, you're trying to erase history, trying to take things out of the history books, and that doesn't make any sense because it's part of your history. It's part, owning slaves for one thing. Okay, I'm just going to mention that.
I had a feeling that was coming up.
Well, it has to. I mean, it has to because there's so much negativity around that.
Mhm.
And people saying that they want retribution for that. Well,
No, it's not my responsibility
No.
to give retribution for
No.
something that somebody did 200-300 years ago.
yeah, exactly. And
Granted, Brian,
Mhm.
I keep interrupting you because it
I
sparks
know.
nerves on certain things.
Sure,
and,
sure.
What some people don't realize there's slavery going on even now.
Yep.
I hate to say it, but it is.
Yep. There is.
Other countries, third world countries. I don't know why
Mhm.
they call them third world, but
Yeah,
Hey.
I've never quite understood all that kind of stuff either.
you got first world, second world, third world.
Mhm.
I mean, we only have one planet.
Yeah.
Unless we're colonizing other planets, we can say
Well,
third world.
I think it has a whole lot to do with technology too, because you have a third world country which really doesn't have too much at all as far as like running water or that kind of thing. Even that might be a third world country.
Well, they're looking at it at a scientific aspect of it, is what
Yeah.
you're telling me, or technological.
Basically the same. Yeah.
No.
So, yeah. And I definitely think that that we've got a lot better opportunity in the U.S. For pretty much anybody that wants to come in and make a positive impact. But you have a lot of people that come in and don't make a positive impact; they make a negative impact.
Yeah, like the cartel.
Well, I mean, we're gonna be playing against the cartel forever, no matter what.
Mhm.
There's no way to defeat that. They're hidden. You can't just go in and say, oh yeah, he's with the cartel, and so is he, because you just don't know.
True.
And you can have all the snitches, if you want, band together in a room and say, okay, I want you to go out and find all of the cartel members. When you find them, I want you to shoot them in the head. Okay, that way we're done with them. We don't have to.
So everybody's going to
Yeah.
pull out a gun, pointing at each other, and
Yeah.
there goes the population.
pretty much is what's going to happen. So,
Yeah.
But getting back to the U.S. thing, the reason that my ancestors came over from Sweden is that they wanted to better themselves. They wanted to be able to own property, to farm, to make a living, to give their children better than what they had.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But why is it that everybody that's coming in now want to take over? So you got to learn our
Well-
language, you got to learn our religion, you
Yeah.
got to learn our culture, you got
Well,
you got to do what we do in order to be accepted by us for
I-
us to live here.
I-
Wait a minute.
no.
Wait one second.
I'm going to say this real quick here is that I think that you're right on part of it, but a little bit astray on the other part of it. You don't have to come in and learn a religion. You don't have to come in and learn our language, but it would be
No.
It would be respectful if you did try to, what's the word I'm trying to think of here? if you coexist with us and be able to speak our language rather than us trying to speak your language. My ancestors all spoke Swedish. They had to learn how to speak English, and they didn't.
Yeah, but
They didn't have classes for that.
You're
so they
missing
had
my
to-
point.
Okay, go ahead.
You're missing my point.
All right.
They're coming here.
Yeah.
We have to bow down to them.
No.
No. Think about it, Brian. Think about it. We have to learn Spanish because they can't speak English. Okay. It's a courtesy for us to do that so they can understand us and we can understand them.
Yeah.
But they're not trying on their part to say, I'm coming to America. I need to learn things American so I can better myself with them
Mhm.
instead of trying to mold them
Okay.
into my culture.
But not all people are like that. I mean, you're talking about a select group. I've got
Well, you
Spanish.
got Indians, you got
I understand that,
Me-
but I've got Mexican friends that have come in. They maybe don't speak real good English, but at least they're making an attempt to.
yeah.
And the person I'm talking about, I don't want to mention his name on the air, but the person I'm talking about, his wife is actually taking English courses on her cell phone.
I'm not saying all of
So,
them, Brian.
no, I
I'm
know.
just
I
saying
know.
a number of them
Yeah.
are coming into this country.
Mhm.
You know, we have to make special arrangements for them.
A lot of times, yeah.
You know, and it's like, why?
Mhm.
You're coming here to get away from your oppression
Yeah.
and everything that you didn't like in your country.
Mhm.
You're coming here
Yeah.
expecting us to bow down and conform to what you're coming from.
I don't.
No,
Yeah.
so you're going to disagree with me. Yeah,
Yeah.
agree to disagree. I understand.
Yeah.
But why should I put in my place of business?
Mhm.
Okay, no offense, people, but why should I make a special prayer area?
Yeah.
For this select group of people 4 times a day.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay, and while they're doing their religious thing,
Yeah.
Hey, each to his, her, their own. I don't care.
Right.
But should I pay them for going to prayer?
No.
Oh, but they expect it. Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
Never heard that before.
For example, there's drivers
Mhm.
out there
Yeah.
that say, if you don't give us a prayer area, we're not going to work.
Never heard of that.
Oh, then you haven't been paying attention to the news lately.
No, I mean it's just doesn't make any sense for one thing. And
I mean, if they want to pray,
I
go
mean,
home,
yeah,
go to church, go to a mosque, go to your temple, whatever.
I'm just saying.
Punch
from
out, go.
My ancestors had to conform. They had to be able to. They had to be able to get taught themselves the currency, so they would know that they're not getting cheated for one thing,
Right.
and how much like seed would cost, and
I-
then they'd have to do all that
I'm all
in
for
English.
I'm all for helping people out.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. I will use this example for you, for you folks, because I think that you are coming off. I understand what you're saying. Okay, I don't agree 100% with it.
I didn't expect you to.
Well, I know, but it's like the I think there were Mexicans that came into North Carolina. They had a sick daughter. I think we've talked about this once before, and they brought her to Duke University in Chapel Hill, and the daughter ended up dying. So
Yeah, and then didn't they turn around and sue the hospital because their daughter died?
they did, and I don't remember if they won or not, but they weren't even citizens of the U.S. So I don't know how you can do that. But and I don't think that they were in the states legally, for that matter, either. So so there's a lot of different criteria that falls in, and you kind of wonder, like, okay, so what is the deal? I mean, and I do agree with you on a lot of other things. As far as yeah, it seems like we have to conform to them. The when I say them, the people coming into the country.
You got over 8 million people coming into this country a day.
I think that's kind of an overestimate.
Figuratively speaking, you got over 8 million people coming in, say a month.
Yeah.
Okay. 8 million people a month.
All right.
Out of that 8 million people, You got to conform. We got to feed them. We got to house them, and they get it for free.
Yeah.
On their part.
Yeah.
But it's not free because you and I are paying for it.
Well, that's true, and we'll always
Yeah.
be paying for it.
You know, we're the country is trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in debt
Yeah. Well, we
because they're helping everybody else.
will. Yeah.
But the minute somebody like you or I who need help once in a while
Yeah.
go and ask for help, oh no, you're not Indian, you're not alien, you're not this, that, you know,
You're
or
you don't qualify.
or you get told a thing I was told one time,
What's that?
you're a man, deal with it.
Mm.
I went and asked for help and I was told, you're a man, deal with it.
Well, I don't have a full-time job. I can't work full-time, according to my doctor and according to my disabilities. And I did take a part-time job because I like to give back to the community. But anyway, so I'm making an effort. But there's a lot of people out there that have been living in the U.S. for years and years. And I can mention an example. This guy's deceased now, but anyway, he would work. He did like road construction type of stuff. So he would work during the summertime and then he would collect unemployment during the wintertime, do nothing. I didn't agree with that. I thought that was kind of low, and I just didn't agree with it. It's like, if you can work and you could do the manual labor or whatever, why don't you do some sort of other construction job or do something totally different in the wintertime so you don't have to collect unemployment? Because first of all, you don't get nearly as much as you would normally get when you get a paycheck for working. You get like a fraction of that on unemployment.
Yeah, you get like 50 or 60%.
Yeah, something like that. So it's not a whole bunch of money. But I mean, it's,
well, you know,
some people want to live that way. I can't live that way, unfortunately.
Well, how about these people that are living off of state assistance that make more money on state assistance than some people do working 40 hours a week?
I know. It's like one of my ex-wives. It's not like I got a harem or something. My first ex-wife, she was disabled. I mean, she is literally disabled. Didn't work. So she collected disability and Social Security. And she made more money than what I made when I worked as an assistant manager at a Walmart store per month. And there's something wrong with that. Now, I'm on disability. I'm not making anything close to what I should be making in my own mind. And if it wasn't for my wife, we'd be homeless, probably. But, you know, I want to work. There's only certain things I can do. I've got so many different problems with my health because I didn't take care of myself, obviously. And it is my fault. I mean, I've grown to accept the responsibility for that. But, you know, hindsight is 20/20. But there's so many people out there right now that can work,
that don't want to,
because they want somebody else to pay for them. And that's another thing that pisses me off. Pardon my French. But
well, here's an example on that aspect there, Mr. Brian.
Yeah.
I watched a court show the other day about a woman and a man discussing child support.
Yeah.
And the woman says to the judge, why should I get a job? He's supposed to be taking care of the kid, which takes care of me, and I live with my mother, and I don't have to pay for rent or anything.
Yeah.
So everything is free, and why should I have to work?
Right.
He should pay me more money.
Yeah.
Well, see, it's things like that shouldn't be happening. That
of course
is,
not.
but
Yeah.
I liked what the judge said.
What did you say?
No, it was a female judge.
What did she say?
And she looked at the lady and said, well, I'm reducing his child support and you're getting a job.
Yeah.
If you want the finer things in life that you expect him to pay for, which is supposed to be going for the child, which evidently you are not using for the child,
right?
You will be getting a job.
It's
and he will be paying less than half than what he was paying before.
It's like my daughter. I mean, I've had custody of my daughter since she was 2.5. My ex-wife refused to pay any child support whatsoever. I didn't press the issue because I figured later on in life, if she decided that she's going to attempt to get custody back, that she wouldn't have a foot to stand on because she didn't pay anything. She didn't help out in any way, shape, or form in the raising of our daughter. And now my daughter's 30 years old, and her mom wants back in her life now because
She's getting married.
my daughter's getting married, and so now she wants to kind of weasel back into it again. It's like, I understand. I always wanted her mom to be in her life. I gave her separate opportunities, but she never took them. And the times that she said that she would, I mean, she had a mother that was very well to do. Her mother would send her money for a plane fare, and her daughter's boyfriend or husband or whatever it was at the time would take that money and gamble it away. And he was one of those that owed back child support in the tune of like, I think, $25,000 at one point. And I don't know his history, don't want to know it. He's deceased now too. But it's like, where do these people get off saying, "Oh gosh, I'm so helpless, I can't do anything"? But you can. I mean, I've tried to do part-time things like fix window screens. I mean, it's not that lucrative a business, but it gives me a little extra spending cash for groceries, or if I want to take my wife out to a movie, or want to get something from my granddaughters.
Well, I've tried getting jobs too, being disabled myself, but a lot of people don't want to hire me because of my disability.
Yeah, you're just ugly. I mean, that's
well,
the reason.
you don't have to. They can see that plain as day by looking at the damn screen. You don't have to keep advertising how ugly I am.
You're one of the Lee twins, ugly or home.
What?
Homely or ugly? That's what you're one of the Lee twins.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Anyway.
So no, I'm homely and you're ugly.
Yeah.
Oh no, so. You're homely and I'm ugly.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I can still outfish you.
Yeah. Oh, I have to interject this thing. I mean, Pat's been putting crap on our fan page.
Not me.
Just in the past couple of days here.
No. Yeah. What did I do now?
Your Pinocchio nose growing thing.
Oh well.
Oh, hey. I haven't bought any fishing gear. Well, I actually haven't bought any fishing gear since we've been out last. And then what was the other one that
coffee truck?
Well, the coffee truck, that was a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
And then a little cartoon thing about so what did you buy?
Oh, when you were yeah.
So it's like, I just want to make everything perfectly clear right now that I am not a ice fisher person. And I don't buy product in the wintertime for fishing in the summertime, because a lot of times I would lose it. So that's it right there.
Yeah, right.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, you probably go out and buy bobbers all the time now.
No.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I bought 2 packages of bobber last year.
Okay.
Because they kept coming off of my line for some reason.
Yeah. All right, folks, if you got something you'd like to talk to us about, or want to just message us, you can do it through our YouTube studio live. And we'll be on for about another half hour or so, unless things really get heated up here. But we've been talking about the liberties that people have when they come to our country. Now, one thing I didn't agree with is all the Spanish people coming in and getting free housing.
Yeah.
And getting free
medical,
and that kind of thing. I mean, I don't agree with that at all. I think you should have to work for it.
Yeah. If we got to work for it, why don't they?
And it's not just Spanish now. I mean, it's pretty much every ethnic group that comes into the U.S. And
well, the Somalis, the Indians, we've got so many different nationalities coming in.
I understand the Somalians are, what do they call that? Like the main people in the state now, as far as it used to be Caucasians, used to be like but we're
Samoans. You're talking about?
No, the Somalians.
Samoans.
not Samoans, Somalians. There's a difference.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking ass backwards.
Okay. But anyway, and like I've said countless times, I am not prejudiced at all. I mean,
neither.
There's good and bad in everybody. So
That's Ebony and Ivory song
Yeah.
right there.
And so don't get me wrong, and don't try to quote me by saying, "Well, you're a hater," because I'll definitely pound it through to in your head that I'm not a hater. So I'm just trying to make a point, and that point is that there are more Somalians in our state than there are whites or blacks or
Whatever.
Native Americans. I mean, whatever, that's what I understand. I don't know that as a fact, but that's what I understand from all the news on TV and radio these days. So, and honestly, I don't care if there are or not. There's a lot of those people that are doing good.
Yeah, no,
and there's a few of them that aren't doing so well.
No, I'm not going
So-
to disagree with you on that, but there's a lot coming into this country that shouldn't be coming into this country. I'm not going to bow down to some guy because he's from Istanbul.
No,
I am not going to
no, I'm
say,
not either.
okay, oh my God, you're a woman. I'm not supposed to look at you because you're from Indonesia.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You come to my country. I'm walking down the street. I'm looking at people.
Yeah, I always do too.
I mean,
So
I'm
when
sorry.
when you go to the airport, you're waiting for a plane to come in. It's like I've been down to the airport a couple of times in the past, waiting for my daughter's plane to come in from North Carolina, and I just sit there because it's kind of fun to watch the people go by, and the different ethnic groups and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just interesting to watch.
People watching. It's
Yeah.
fun to do.
It is.
I mean, because you see so many different
Mm-hmm.
aspects of what life has.
Yeah.
Different cultures do different things,
That's right.
which is understandable.
Mhm.
But as you watch people walk by, it's like, okay, the respect issue on the way they're walking,
Yeah.
the order that they're walking in. Okay, that's cool.
Doesn't bother me though.
No.
No.
But I just don't think that people coming into our country should tell us what to do.
They shouldn't have the right to demand anything because
And I don't think they should have the right to vote either.
well,
Not yet. Not until they take the 7-year or whatever, 1 year, whatever it is,
yeah,
to become a citizen of the United States.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I don't think that anybody that doesn't or hasn't taken that oath to be able to should be able to vote. I agree 100% with that.
And because if we go to another country, we can't vote at all.
No.
Well, people coming in our country, the day they move in, they're allowed to vote.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
There's a
so.
lot of things that have really gone downhill as far as the laws and the rules governing our country, because there's been so many people that have come in. I'm not saying just recently, but I'm talking over the past couple of 100 years that have challenged the Constitution.
Yeah.
So, mark that down. Let's talk about the Constitution some night.
Okay, why don't you write that down on your whiteboard?
Do I have a whiteboard?
Yeah, over down to your right.
Oh my gosh, reach way back there for that. Oh, okay.
Stretch.
Yeah. So we're going to get a copy of the Constitution of the United States, and we're going to talk about that some night. I think that would be a good topic.
Yeah, I think so too.
And see exactly how many of those constitutions from, or I should say how many rights of that Constitution have been violated.
All of them,
Well, I mean, probably, but
especially number two.
How many?
Especially number two.
How many have stood the test of time?
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. So, Constitution, not constitutional, like in what I do in the morning.
You mean constipation?
Making me wait. So anyway, we'll talk about that.
Mhm.
A week from next Tuesday. How's that sound?
Yeah. Well, we got to find one by then. Pull it up offline and print it off.
Yeah, I can get it online.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. not a problem at all. So
I like, we've been doing this for a little while now.
doing what?
The show.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think I was talking about?
I didn't know.
Oh, come on now. But I really don't see anybody chiming in. And granted, we don't have a big following.
No.
But nobody chimes in to say, "Hey, can we talk about this, or do you have any information on that?"
Yeah.
Let us help you if we can.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about something special,
I mean, Brian's a plethora of information. You just got to ask him.
I'm full of it. So
Yeah.
just ask my wife.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, boy, I left that door open.
Yeah, and if you're not careful, someone's going to slam it.
Yeah, yeah.
Won't be me.
So anyway, yeah. So you can chime in on the chat with us in the YouTube studio, and we can get it right here where we can read it. We'll read it out loud for everybody to hear. But yeah, if you got something, or if you disagree with something that we've said, I mean, that's what we're all about. We want to make sure that you get your word out there as well, not just our word. We like to find out from all you different folks about, things that are going on in your life, or stuff that maybe you don't agree with, or
something you're proud of and you want the whole world to know about it.
Yeah.
You're getting married, you're getting engaged, you're having a child, your daughter's getting married.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of
Some
stuff.
good news,
Exactly.
The world is full of so much hatred, so much sorrow.
Yeah.
Let's get some happiness out there.
Yeah.
Is that so much to ask?
No, it's not. I do want to mention our sponsor, the Rush Point Store.
Alyssa.
I haven't seen Alyssa in quite a while. Alyssa, I know if you're listening that I'm sorry, and I haven't been out there lately. I haven't been feeling very great the past couple of weeks. I don't know. There's a lot of sickness and stuff going around, and I had it. Well, actually, my wife had it first. She gave it to me. I gave it back to her, and it's like back and forth kind of stuff. So,
yeah, my wife gave it to me, and yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah. But anyway, you need to stop out and see Alyssa at the Rush Point Store today. Well, maybe, or tomorrow. Yeah, probably. They have the absolute lowest price anywhere on gas, and gas prices have come down considerably.
Yeah, to $2.68 right now over at Casey's.
Yeah, so you're looking at least 10 cents difference out at the Rush Point Store. Now they carry ice augers. They carry ice too if you want to have something cold in your cooler.
Colder.
Yeah, colder. They've got bait along with more tackle than you can shake a stick at. They have hot coffee along with pop snacks, apparel, and so much more. Say if you're coming in, you're going out to Rush Lake or whatever to fish, and it's like, oh crap, I didn't bring enough clothing along. Well, you can always pick up a nice hoodie there. I've got one from a Rush Point Store.
Yeah, me too.
And that is really, really good. Nice and warm. I've used it several times.
And Alyssa does the decals on it.
Yeah, she does.
She designs them.
Yeah. But anyway, they got a lot of stuff out there. And if you need more info, you can call them at 763-689-1088. Again, that's 689-1088. Area code is 763, of course. But they are open Monday through Saturday from 7 to 6 and Sunday 7 to 3. And it is locally owned and operated. It's been in the area since 1879. So stop out there the next time you get a chance. So,
or if you're coming in from out of state.
Yeah. Boy, my mouth is getting dry again. I've been drinking too much coffee, I think.
Coffinator.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to have my coffee in here. And that way we can wet our whistle. And it's been downright freezing cold down here too. Now, you see, we've got the window open in the back because we both smoke. But I got a fan and I got a heater in here. My other heater went out. And what are you doing? Looking for smokes?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay.
I got what pocket I put them in.
You're going to light them up now, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
why not?
Fine, be that way.
I will.
Poison my dog.
No worse than what you do.
Yeah. But talking about the politics. I mean, we were talking earlier about Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yeah.
and a speech. I mean, I listened to a speech over and over again in the past, and it makes so much sense, but it doesn't.
Where is it gone?
Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense anymore because
I mean,
there's so many diversities.
I think they should put that on a continuous loop for 48 hours.
You think?
And let people hear what he said.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna put the camera on you for a moment, Pat.
No.
I'm gonna go grab some water.
Oh boy.
Yep. So you talk for a couple of seconds here.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
What a person he was. If people still respected his words, still stood behind him today for what he has said, where'd you all go? What happened to it?
Yeah.
What happened to the respect? What happened to the,
Oh, there's no respect for it.
No,
Come on, not at all.
no
Not at
respect
all.
for what he said, no respect for the Constitution,
Nope.
no respect for the rights of human beings.
Nope.
What happened? Where did it go wrong? Who started the crap?
I honestly can't even begin to tell you or begin to explain where it would come from because I just don't know.
No, that's the thing. Nobody for sure knows. And whoever says, "Oh, I know," okay, have you been alive for 110 years? When was it when Martin Luther King died?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Was it in the 60s or
Alexa,
70s?
when did Martin Luther King Jr. die?
Martin Luther King died on April 4th, 1968, at the age of 39 years.
1968. I was
Yeah.
2 years old.
Yeah, I was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know-
That's really too bad.
It's kind of sad that here it is. Huh?
Nothing. Just
Here it is. We're in our 50s talking about Martin Luther King. Okay. And we're both white.
yeah.
Martin
So?
Luther King was black. And he didn't care.
I thought he was white and he just had a good tan.
Yeah, well, not too. But he didn't care.
No.
And the thing is, neither do we.
No.
We care about what he said,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it rings true.
Yep.
But we're going to backtrack. Does BLM believe in it?
Be who? What?
BLM, Black Lives Matter.
Oh, of
They believe in it.
course.
Like
not.
I watched a video of a black man stating,
Yeah.
okay, a black man stating,
Mhm.
black man kills white man.
Yeah.
Where's BLM?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
But the second
I know.
the role is reversed,
Yep. Yep.
BLM is all over it.
Yep.
Okay, that's not what.
Yeah. BLM is not an organization that I don't think anybody wants to really be involved in because they're
Yeah, but Brian.
actually considered terroristic group or a terrorist group.
Well, look
so-
what they did. Look.
Well, I know. The fall of Minneapolis. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many people that I've met from coming out of Minneapolis to move out of Minneapolis because it's such a crap hole now.
Mhm. But-
And it's been how many years now since?
3.
Yeah, at least 3. So it's ridiculous that people want to move out,
You know.
but it's not ridiculous because they don't want their kids to live in fear. I mean, and all these idiots that say, well, defund the police too. Really? Why would
Yeah.
you want to
Defund the cops.
defund the police? They're the only ones that actually protect you. And it's not
They can't anymore.
it's not every police officer that is going to do what Derek Chauvin did. And his
Whoa,
accomplices.
whoa. Back the truck up.
No, hang on. And I've seen, actually, I saw a documentary on it, and they were actually taught that in the police training about the knee on the neck thing.
Correct.
So, and the police department there said, and I believe the city of Minneapolis mayor, who was an idiot
Fry.
to begin with, Jacob Fry,
Growing a mustache because his wife likes it.
get a haircut
Yeah.
or comb your hair. But anyway, he said, no, that's never been taught in police work.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit because it is being taught.
Yes, it is.
Even to this day, it is.
Hmm.
Now I've worked in some group homes in the past where I've had to restrain in the event of someone that is being a harm to themselves or a harm to others. And I can't remember, the legislature came down on most of everybody, said that they can't do any more prone holds. In other words, you can't bring them down to the ground and lay on them. Well, unfortunately, that's sometimes
The only way.
the only way to do it.
Well, there's another aspect of that where, excuse me, another aspect of that is they call it the sitting bear hug,
Right.
where you wrap your arms around the other person from behind, and then you wrap your legs around them.
Right.
The sitting bear hug.
Can't do that anymore. either.
Can't do that
No.
anymore.
Yeah, because they can yell rape.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, really?
Yep.
So
You can't do anything anymore
no.
to help somebody. Now, okay, we're talking about
or to protect yourself.
right, or to protect yourself. But here's another thing I find kind of weird. Okay, you take all this training for medical stuff, okay, and for like CPR,
Right.
but the new laws out there now is you cannot help somebody without asking them first.
Yeah.
They're in a situation where they cannot speak, cannot say anything,
Mhm.
but you cannot legally help them unless you ask them first and they say it's okay.
Yeah, you have to ask for permission. That's only in certain things, though. It's not.
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
not.
sorry, but you're choking. Can I help you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're dying. And
Well,
you need
and that's-
resuscitation.
and that's-
Can I help? Oh, how are they going to answer you?
Well, the thing is, the Good Samaritan laws that they have protect the person that's helping.
Not anymore.
Well, they do
Mm.
actually.
Prove it.
So
Prove it.
you proved me wrong.
You proved me wrong.
No, you proved me wrong. You always say prove it, prove it. How can you prove it yourself?
I'll have some work to do.
Well, there you go then. Don't make me always do all the work.
Well, I'm not always wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong 98% of the time. But that 2% that I'm right,
I'm not.
It's a
saying
killer.
that- I'm not saying that you're wrong all the time, but I just don't. I disagree with you on that topic. So,
well,
I mean, I've been a good Samaritan in the past too. I've actually, when I lived in North Carolina, I was driving home one time, and anyway, I came across an accident, and I pulled somebody out of a car that was on fire, and they couldn't help themselves, and I wasn't going to let them burn up in there because I mean, good grief, can you imagine burning yourself? So, so I pulled a person out, and somebody else pulled another person out, and we had to what do they call them? Extricate, or I don't know what the word
extract.
is. Extract. There you go. Some of my words don't always come out, but anyway, so we had to extract another person too, who was caught with their seatbelt. I mean, they had their seatbelt on. There, it was one of those things where it was just not working.
Panic mode,
Yeah,
and they couldn't get to it. And
yeah. So anyway, but we're protected. I mean, if that person had suffered some sort of an injury after we pulled them out, they couldn't go after us, and they still can't. So because of that law. And
Well,
I don't think they would change that law for anybody.
well, it'd be kind of stupid if they did.
Yeah.
But if you're in a situation when you can help somebody,
Mm-hmm.
you do it.
Yeah.
You know, because if it was you in the same predicament, you'd want somebody to be able to help you.
Yeah, definitely.
But what I don't understand is these people who get the help
Mhm.
later on say, "Oh, they shouldn't have done it, so I'm going to
Yeah.
sue them."
I was sitting in a meeting one time down in the St. Francis area in a building. I'm not going to say where it was, but anyway, I had a stroke, and I didn't find out until later on that there were two nurses that were on the grounds, and they came down and assisted and helped. And I just caught up with one of them through Facebook yesterday. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I wanted to say thank you to her. So I don't know if I ever get a chance to say thank you to her. I just can't remember that far back. It's not that far back. It was like 2016 or 2017.
So to you, it was yesterday.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
it could have been yesterday, but it's, things like that. It's kind of nice to say, thanks. So
Mhm.
did I get off of? I mean, they could have snapped my arm in half or something like that. Would I have sued them? No, I wouldn't be able to. First of all, because they were a good Samaritan. So anyway,
You want to answer that question, Brian?
yeah, Sean Olenberg is chiming in on our chat page here. When are you guys going to have another guest on the show? Well, Sean, I don't know for that matter, because I was going to have a ophthalmologist come in and talk about diabetes and the effects on the eyes. Just haven't gotten around to getting them in here yet.
Yeah, but didn't you ask somebody to come on the show and talk about something? They said no because we weren't big enough.
Yeah, I did. Can't remember who that was. Well, anyway, it's neither here nor there. But we're not going to get big enough until we get a lot of people, viewing. We can't do that without you, as our viewers and listeners, to help us out and spread the word. We might talk about stupid things sometimes, and sometimes we talk about serious things, and we want to get the word out there. For you folks like you, Sean, and your mom and Ryan and all that too. So
And we know one of the biggest problems we have is that we don't talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll and politics and
Yeah.
religion.
there's other website or there's other podcasts that do that. I just don't want to stoop that low, really. I mean, do I like talking about sex? Well, sometimes I do. Do I like talking about politics? Well, sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Do I like talking about religion? Yes and no. There's just so many different viewpoints on all those topics, and I'm not a professional in any one of them, for that matter.
And not to mention the fact, no matter what we say, somebody's going to be offended by it,
Mm-hmm.
or they're going to get offended. They're going to say, "Oh no, you're wrong. It's this way."
Yeah.
Not everybody's right. Not everybody's wrong. Everybody has their own opinion.
And the other thing too is like Pat was saying, people can get offended by it and say you're wrong. Well, prove it. Prove me wrong. If you've got the logistics to tell me that I'm off my rocker and I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, then let me know. I mean, I'd be more than happy to have you on the show. We can do it via cell phone if we want, or have you in studio. We can do it via the internet too, for that matter. I can talk to anybody around the world. So we can do it wherever. Now, on another note, just a quick one here. If you say if your town is having a big shindig like Harris did last year, and we were invited over by my niece Haley, who, by the way, had a birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday late.
Yep. But anyway, we were over by the dunk tank.
We had a blast.
The second day, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, second
Okay.
day.
Yeah, second or third day. But anyway, or no, we were just there for 2 days, right?
Yep.
Okay. But we had a lot of fun. We got a chance to meet a lot of people.
People putting it on were great.
Oh yeah, and
I don't know who had more fun, the people that actually came through it, or the people that put it on.
But there were so many people there that were having a great time. They had a car show. They had the dunk tank. They had games for the kids. They had prizes for the kids.
Food vendors, brand new ones too.
Yeah.
One that just started.
They had a lot of different exhibits with local vendors and things like that too. So, but if you are planning on doing that, or your town is planning on doing that, we will come out free of charge to do that for you, to help you draw more people in. And we can actually do a podcast live now, on site. Excuse me, as long as we can get signal for internet. But I think that's a really good thing, good opportunity for you. And if you want to be able to do that, you can always email us, and that is patandbrianviral@gmail.com. Again, that's patandbrianviral@gmail.com. You can also visit our fan book page, the Pat and Brian Show, on Facebook or on YouTube. But all the information is in there for contacts. So if you and really hoping that we go back to Harris this next year, because that we had such a blast. And I guess that was the first time that Harris, when they did the dunk tank, it was the first time that they ever made as much money as they did for their cause.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know what the actual figure was.
It was quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, for quite a bit, it wasn't quite $2,000,
Yeah.
but it was quite a bit more than what they had anticipated.
Yeah. And, Pat was over there helping with getting the balls and all that and getting the kids lined up, and everybody else lined up for, and he was taking money for the game. And I was jeering, insulting people because they throw like a girl. And that one gal
Well,
said,
most of them were girls.
I am a girl. It's like, okay. But anyway, you're, just making fun, just having a lot of fun. And that's what we did.
Well,
So,
with Hank,
yeah.
you had the sheriff who
Oh, yeah.
sat on there, and the mayor,
Yeah.
and the fire captain.
Yeah, the mayor,
Oh, my.
I didn't even know that guy was a mayor until he said, well, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Who are you?
We've been calling for the mayor sitting there, and he was sitting like right next to us. All right. Well, the mayor's supposed to be down here today. I didn't know he was the mayor. So didn't talk like a mayor to me, but
How's the mayor supposed to talk?
I don't know.
How is any official supposed to talk?
Yeah.
Well, there, young man, I'm so-and-so, and if you don't like it, tough.
Yeah. So anyway, if you want to get in us involved in your thing, just let us know in advance. You can book us, and again, there's no charge for us to come out. We don't charge anything for what we do on YouTube. Basically, because neither one of us can make. We can only make so much money per month, and it's like, really, there's no need to. And we can do this all on our own, and we have the equipment for it. So, but we just enjoy doing it. At least I do.
Yeah, well, it's fun.
So, but anyway,
I like being out with the people when we go out in public.
Yeah, me too. Excuse you.
I like getting involved. Sorry about that.
Oh,
I like getting involved with the people.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed it. It's so much fun seeing people's reaction of somebody saying, "Hey, let's do this,"
Yeah.
and have fun with it.
Mhm.
Not just, okay, this is the way it goes, and whether you like it or not, you got to do
Sure.
it this way.
Sure.
No.
It's nice to get out and be able to do something on a positive side for like the firefighters relief fund. That's what the whole thing
Yeah,
was.
that
with
was
the
the Harrison Day
Harris.
was
So,
for.
yeah, and they had the helicopter that came in. It
Yeah.
was,
The Medi-Heli.
Life Flight, I think it was, from Mora.
Yep.
And gosh, they had fire trucks and squad cars. They had big
Boom trucks.
The boom trucks, yeah. What else did they have?
They had 18-wheeler truck there.
Yeah.
They had a
Oh,
boom truck for trees.
They had the parade.
The parade.
Yeah. Then they
Yeah.
had a talent show too, I think, didn't they?
I don't know that they had silent auction and a
Yeah.
regular auction.
Yeah. Car show.
Yeah, the car show.
I think they should do a best leg contest next time. and put up a curtain, because we did this back in high school, out in South Dakota when I was out there going to school. And we had the curtain was raised just enough to see from our kneecaps down. Okay, so that didn't actually show our kneecaps. And some of the guys, it was all guys that were doing this, but we did the best leg contest, but nobody knew it was just guys. And some had painted their toenails. But we had a great time. And
Wives, can you identify your husband by his legs?
There you go.
Or
Yeah.
husbands being able to identify their wives by their legs.
Exactly. I mean, that kind of stuff. It was fun.
That'd be interesting to
Yeah.
see.
Mhm. And then they had different. They had like the where you race with a spoon in your. It's either in your mouth or you're just holding it. A spoon of water, and you fill up a cup. You got teams. and you run back and forth.
Yeah, it's like the
kind of like they did on
it's
MASH.
kind of like the egg run when they had the
Yeah,
egg on
yeah,
the spoon and the
right.
spoon is in your mouth and you
Yeah.
gotta go back and forth.
Yeah, without dropping it
Yep.
and cracking it. Yeah.
Yep.
And you couldn't use your hands.
Or the
so,
water balloon toss.
yeah. That's
They'd use an egg, but I prefer water balloon because it ain't so
Yeah.
bad.
And we used to. My wife had come up with something for the ugly sweater contest that they
Oh God.
have every so often. And anyway, it was. I think she had used. I think it was cotton balls, and they were wet. And she'd throw them like kids would throw them at the target, and they'd stick like a whiteboard with a
Oh, okay. Target on it.
target or something on it. So, or maybe a donkey, and you're trying to pin the tail on the donkey or something like that.
Mhm.
But rather than pinning it, it would be thrown cotton ball.
Yeah.
That was wet. So
Yeah. Well, folks, our time is about up.
yeah, I mean we can go longer too. I mean that's not a problem. We can go all night if you really want us to do that. But
Yeah, but you can't go all night.
yeah, I
You're
can't.
too old.
Yeah, I know. I am. But we need more topics. That's where you folks come in, and even Sean. I know Sean listens quite a bit. If you got something that is going on in school and you want us to talk about it, hey, let us know. We'll do
That's a
that.
big one, folks. School.
I mean, there's so many different things that you can talk about. So many different things we can discuss or maybe argue about even. So, but
Yeah, Brian likes to argue.
yeah, I like to argue. So I used to have a dentist that was his name was Argue, last
Mhm.
name. It's like, really?
What was his name? Archie Bunker.
No.
Dingbat, dingbat, dingbat.
Mm.
Edith.
Or Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
One of these days, Alice.
Bang. Zoom.
Off to the moon.
So anyway, yeah.
Anyway, folks.
All right. You guys have a great evening. We'll be talking to you again a week from next Tuesday.
Good night.